What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. Sorry about the noise here. We got the CNC mills running back there. So 1999 H1 Hummer right behind me is coming up for sale. And I know I talked about this in the past. I was gonna do a Duramax conversion on it, but the problem is it has a P400 engine in there. If you don't know, the P400 engine is literally the latest and greatest variation of the 6.5 turbo diesel. So the 6.5 turbo diesel went through a number of changes over the years, and it got better and better and better until the P400 finally came out and they created a solution for all these different problems that they were having with the original 6.5 turbo diesel engine. Then they canceled production. So there's not many P400 engines out there. This truck has been with us for almost like a decade now. We've been servicing this truck. We know all the history. We've pretty much done all the maintenance on this truck. It had the original 6.5 turbo diesel engine in there, which failed about 4,000 miles ago. The P400 engine went in, which is, again, the latest and greatest 6.5 turbo diesel engine. It is the best you can possibly get. Extremely rare to find in these trucks because they only came out at the very end of production. And so getting back to the situation at hand, we ended up buying this back from the customer. He had it for a couple years, garage kept truck, and then eventually said, you know what? It's just sitting in my garage. I've got a kid that's going to school and I just need to unload it. And the plan was to do a Duramax conversion because it's such a low mileage truck with only 48,000 miles and a garage kept truck that we know all the history on this thing, and we're gonna do a Duramax conversion. Then I got flooded with some phone calls and some emails saying, no, don't do the Duramax conversion. You know, just try putting it up for sale with the P400 engine in there as a 6.5 turbo diesel option, or do the Duramax conversion. So we're listing this truck, 1999 H1 Hummer with only 48,000 garage queen. We did replace the steering gearbox, so you're getting a brand new steering gearbox. There was a slight seepage coming out of it. We decided, you know what, let's just replace it so it's ready to go and 100% for the new owner. We took care of it for quite a few years, and we've actually sold it before. So this would be the second time we're selling this truck, which is kind of cool. It stays kind of in the family. First time we've ever done this. You can buy this beautiful 1999 H1 Hummer with only 48,000 miles on it with the P400. Now, if it was a 6.5 turbo diesel, I'd probably just have already ripped it out and done a Duramax conversion. Because it's a P400, it's like, it's a pretty darn good engine. So we're gonna list it this way with the P400 in there, or we do a Duramax conversion for you. So either or, you got two options. Knock out a Duramax conversion for you right away with the purchase of the truck with the conversion, or you can buy it as is with the P400. And honestly, I can't blame you for going one way or the other. Both are great options. And I think it would probably be not really fair if I didn't offer it with the P400 first, because it is a really good engine. We did do a little bit of work to the truck. We did the D-ring brush guard, installed that. It has a factory 12K Warren winch. Absolutely amazing winch, industrial grade, really, really good winch. We also did minor touch-up paint work on here. There are a couple little scratches. One of the biggest upgrades we did, probably one of the most expensive, are the rims and tires. We put a set of the Hutchinson two-piece Alpha rims on here, as well as Goodyear Wrangler MTRs, because we are kind of keeping this as a very factory OEM unmolested truck. Fairly rare color out there, a hint of metallic in the paint when you get up close, and it has a little pop to it. Otherwise, it has a very military kind of look and feel with a dark brown finish, but I dig it. It's a really cool color, something that's unique and different. Also upgraded mirrors here. I think we did these probably 7-8 years ago. We put a Kevlar bed liner back here. The original bed liner is a plastic one. It looks cool from day one, but the problem is it kind of moves around inside the bed and scratches it. You get water underneath and you get corrosion. So we took that out, cleaned out the bed, stripped it down, and then repainted it with the Kevlar finish. We did upgrade some of the stainless hardware back here, really cleaned up the overall look of the truck. It does have one more upgrade, which is our 4-inch exhaust system back here. Underneath the hood, a ton of maintenance has been done over the years, including an aluminum radiator, equalizer kit over here, which will actually allow coolant to flow from front to back of the engine as it circulates back into the water pump. That's a really nice upgrade because you have a balanced, equal flow flow of water throughout the engine, as opposed to having a number 7, number 8 stagnant water zones, which is one of the main failures of the original 6.5 turbo diesel. Now granted, you have the P400 in there, which pretty much alleviates all those problems, and it is the best of the best, but having that equalizer on there, it just fixes everything. Really nice upgrade. We put that on right away when we did the P400. Also has a PMD isolator kit in the front. So pretty much those 2 weak links have been taken care of. Now, that's not to say a PMD won't fail in the future. Unfortunately, they do. You're definitely gonna last a lot longer with the PMD isolator. There's a computer that mounts on the injection pump over here. It kind of relies on the fuel flow, diesel fuel, to go through the injection pump and cool the PMD. Problem is, in this platform, because you don't have a lot of airflow over the engine, that area gets very, very hot in the valley of the engine. The PMD starts to overheat. Eventually, it is an electronic component, starts to fail. And when it fails, it does some really weird stuff. You'll have RPMs that'll shoot sky high and then drop off. Sometimes it cuts out. Sometimes you'll get on the throttle and like sputters and backs off and then takes off again. Anytime that scenario happens, 99% certain it's a PMD. We have a relocation harness over to a relocated PMD over in the fender well that gets a ton of airflow on its own heat sink, which fixes that issue. We also replaced the steering gearbox that had a little seepage coming out of there. We went ahead and fixed it because we don't want to have any problems in the future. Just a really clean overall platform. So that was a dilemma. Do we really want to pull out the P400 engine in here, because it is such a good 6.5 turbo diesel engine, and replace it with the Duramax? So I think my brain has come with compromise with itself. So we're gonna list it both ways. We will have a price both ways on the website. So check out the website. It's gonna have prices with the P400 6.5 turbo diesel engine and the Duramax. So the P400 in here, and such a lightweight platform, it's actually a really fun vehicle to drive. Granted, if you give me two options, I'm gonna take the Duramax because it's twice as much power, twice as much fuel economy, twice as much fun. Again, that's not to say the P400 isn't fun at all. Let's go ahead and jump inside. I'll show you how clean the inside is, and we'll keep going. We did a couple upgrades over the years. One of the biggest ones, I would say, as far as a nice upgrade to have, is we relocated the HVAC system. So the HVAC controls have been moved right up here. The original system that was in place, there was a CD changer up here. Pointless nowadays. So we removed that one. By putting the HVAC controls up here, now the driver and the passenger can reach the controls. Coming over here, it gives us more real estate for a larger double-din stereo. Has a reverse camera built into it, also a touchscreen feature. So really nice way to go, where the original system had the HVAC controls down below and then a single din stereo on top, which this setup just makes a lot more sense. The other upgrade is the wood grain dash kit installed. Typically, I don't like wood grain dash in my trucks, but in this truck, it surprisingly goes well because you have that whole brown theme. You have the Mesa Dust darker brown outside. You have the tan soft top. You have a tan interior here. It all kind of flows very well together. It's not really been hacked apart. It doesn't have CBs up here. It doesn't have light switches all over the place. Really just a straightforward truck. It feels like it was out of 1999. Now it does have an upgraded glove box here, which I don't have the key for. Keys in my office. You have to trust me. It's nice. Also Momo steering wheel, which is another upgrade I do on all my trucks, is I replace the factory OEM steering wheel. So having a larger Momo steering wheel in your hands just feels a lot better driving down the road. Two upgrades I want to go over is obviously the rear seat, the jump seat back here, which is nice to have if you have young kids. If you are bigger, you want to sit up here, you can, but your legs kind of hang down here. So upgraded leather interior package with blacked out seats with the brown inserts. This truck is just really clean. It's really straightforward, and mechanically front to back, we've gone through everything on it. She's running really good. Also, CTIS has not moved at all. I put it at about 32 PSI almost 2 weeks ago, and it has not budged. So CTIS is holding pressure, which is unheard of. Usually you have a little bit of loss there. I think AM General claims like 1 PSI or 2 PSI loss every day is acceptable levels for warranty purposes. It is a pneumatic system, so there's so many fittings on this truck. You're bound to have a little seepage here and there, but this isn't budging. I'd say we take it for a quick spin. Yeah! Go.